your business like a business. Again, Jamberry knows that hitting 700 PRV is just okay. But let's be honest, that's mediocre if you think about it. And I'm not saying that if you're not hitting 700 that you're not good enough. But guys, this is a business. Treat it like a business. I'm just going to give you some cold hard truths right now. $700 in sales or 700 PRV should not be that hard to achieve. And I know that's going to hurt some feelings, and I'm so sorry. That is not my intention. But ladies, so many times, and I'm talking to you guys as leaders, okay? I know I'm not talking to my advanced consultants and my lead consultants, but I want to be real with you. As leaders, you have entered into a business. You have recruited. You have a responsibility to grow and build this team. If that's not something you want, then you need to give your team up. Point blank. If this is not something you want and you do not want to have a team and you don't want to build and work with these amazing women that you've brought onto your team, I want you to know that, recognize that, and give it up. Because you have such an amazing gift in your hand to give to the rest of your team, teaching them how to build an amazing business in the success level that is what they want, right? You have such an amazing tool. You are their leader. They look to you to see, how do I run this business? How do I do this thing? So many of us have been okay for so many years working 8 o'clock in the morning till 5 o'clock at night for somebody else, right? Why are we okay working those hours for somebody else for a set paycheck? But now we have our own business and we're not willing to give ourselves those same amount of hours and that same amount of effort. You guys have such a gift. You have the ability to create your income. Nobody is telling you that you get $10 an hour or $20 an hour or, sorry, I'm getting text messages. Nobody's telling you what you are going to make for the hours that you work. You have unlimited potential for your income. Okay? So why are you not giving that to yourself? Why are you not working hard for yourself and your team? I realize that some people have other jobs, that not everybody's goal is to be an elite executive. I don't want you guys to think that I'm pigeonholing you down to be a certain type of person, but you have an opportunity to really create unlimited income. And I know, because I've talked to so many of you. Preach it, sister. Okay, good. Thank you. I'm so glad that you guys are not closing out this video and not watching me anymore, because I'm speaking from the heart. I'm not condemning anybody. You guys have such an opportunity. And I know that some of you work. I know that some of you have 6 kids. I know that a lot of you, this is not maybe something that fits into your schedule as easy as maybe it does mine right now. But when I started, it didn't fit into my schedule either. I made it fit, because I knew there was such an opportunity. And the harder you guys work for yourselves, the more you dedicate to yourself and your business, the better your paycheck is going to be. Pretend this is a brick and mortar business. If you opened up a boutique right now, would you put the hours on the door like whenever I want to come in? I don't know. I've never seen a store. Take that back. There is an antique store in this town that just comes in whenever they want, but they're never busy. So side note. But you're not going to put the hours on the door. Just come in. You know, I'm going to come in when I want to. You guys just, if I'm here, come on in. No, you have hours. You have intention. This is a business. This is something you invested your time and your money in. You want it to pay off. So even though you only spent $99 or 99 pounds or 160 Australian dollars or 200 New Zealand dollars, I don't care what you spent. I don't care if you spent $1 on this. You shouldn't have. That should not have happened. But I don't care what it is. It's an investment, and you have the opportunity to build an incredible business out of it. So do yourself a favor and work this like a business. I want to challenge you guys all to hit all 3 of these incentives. I want you to be active by the 15th. I want you to rank lead consultant and above, and I want you to hit 900 PRV with 2 recruits. You're going to have to stretch. Some of you are like, gosh, I haven't gotten 2 recruits in the last 6 months, but you're going to have to stretch. On a lot of these coaching calls I've been doing, people say it's harder to recruit now than it was before. Thank you guys for the hearts, and nobody's leaving. I'm so excited. I'm glad that you guys are feeling my heart in this, and that my intention is not, it's all of love. My goal is to develop leaders, and I really have that heart for you guys. So I want to be honest with you and show you what it takes. So when I hear people say it's harder to recruit now than it was before, I'm encouraging people to stop and look at what they're doing. Is it really harder to recruit than it was before? Or are you not recruiting with as much passion as you did before? Because that was me. I had to take a look at what I was doing last fall because I wasn't recruiting. And I had many months of zeros. And I thought, what am I doing? And then I went to New Zealand and I got this, you guys were there when I posted the video. I got this like kind of refreshment of being in New Zealand and having this excitement of the opportunity. And it just reminded me that I'm not recruiting in the States with the passion that I had before. So I had to stop and reevaluate and kind of rethink how I was talking to people, and then come to find out it's not as hard to recruit as I thought it was. And the same thing is happening on these coaching calls. If you honestly stop and look at what you're doing, are you investing a little too much time into your team and not enough into your personal business? When I look at the numbers, I would probably say yes. And here I'm going to say something blanketly, and I want you guys to take this again with the love and not with condemnation. But if you look at your numbers and you are 701, 713, 740, 703 for month after month after month after month, and you have 1 or 2 parties, you're a leader. You should be doing better than that. If you can, I know some of you have extenuating circumstances. Please do not throw tomatoes at me right now. But if you guys can do more than that, push yourselves. It's okay to expect excellence out of yourself and your team. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. One of the other things that we talk about in these coaching calls is that people are afraid to push their teams to expect that excellence. Guys, this is not the PTA. This is a business. And if somebody tells me that they have the goal of hitting executive by conference, I am not going to be okay with 700 PRV coming out of them, period. Now, granted, I've gotten the permission to talk to them like that, to expect excellence out of them. But if you tell me you want to be executive by conference, there are some things that I'm going to ask you to do. If you haven't told me you want to be executive by conference, you're probably not going to get that message from me. But guys, it's okay to expect excellence. It's all right to do that. This is a business. So if you have someone on your team who says, yeah, I want to be a team manager, do not be afraid to tell them what it takes. It's not going to happen 15 minutes a day. If someone tells me they've got 15 minutes a day and they want to be team manager by conference, I'm going to be honest and say, it's probably not going to happen unless you can recruit like a madwoman and you can train like a madwoman in those 15 minutes a day. We have to be realistic. But there is a reason that this team has grown. There is a reason that things are going well in our team and in our entire downline. There is a culture. There is a culture of recruiting. I don't know if you saw, but my team, those who see me as team manager right now have 34, or at the end of May, had 34 recruits. There's a culture of recruiting. There's a culture of team building. And that's something you have got to instill in your team and be comfortable doing that, because you know that recruiting is the best and the fastest way to grow your paycheck in Jamberry. And again, I'm talking to you guys as leaders. I'm not talking, I know that there are people who don't want to be leaders. There are people who are okay with selling $200 or $300 a month, and that's totally fine. I'm okay with that. And we need those people on our teams. Jamberry is for everyone. Leadership is not for everyone. All right. So that's why I'm talking to you face to face and cold hard truths today. Thank you guys for the hearts and for not giving up on me. Christy says she loves that. Expect excellence. And Kayla says she needs that. I don't know what you need. If you need what? You need me to talk to you, or you need what? Tell me what you need, Kayla. Okay, so some things about, I know I'm totally going over, it's 19 minutes. Thank you guys for staying with me. But a couple things about treating your business like a business. Get dressed. I know I jokingly say that I work in yoga pants, and it's not bad to work in yoga pants. I've had my days, but every day I try to get dressed. I do my makeup, I do my hair, I put on jewelry, and I sit in my office space. I know that not everybody has, oh, Kayla needs the culture of recruiting on her team. All right, well, that's something we can work on, Kayla. Contact me. We can work on that. But I know not everybody has an office space, and that's okay, but try to find a dedicated spot in your house, whether that's your dining room, kitchen, your bedroom. Try to find a dedicated working space. I know that, at least for me, and maybe it's not everybody, but at least for me, when I'm put together, when I'm dressed, when I'm ready to go, and when I have a dedicated office space, I'm much more productive than when I sit on my couch in my yoga pants and my laptop and just kind of chill with the TV on. I'm not going to be as intentional with my business. It's who I am. So know that. Trudy says she's so excited about what the incentive may do for her team's morale. That's awesome. I am too. So know that about yourself. If you need to get dressed and ready to treat your business like a business, then do it. I know that about myself, and I'm just better when I'm put together. So that's something, a little tip that I want you guys to think about. Let's see. Okay, work your personal business. I know we kind of already talked about this, but you are the CEO of your own business. Stop and ask yourself, am I acting like the CEO of my business? Because I can tell you, if I opened a boutique or a brick and mortar store, I am not just going to expect my workers to do all the work. I'm not going to sit in the front of the store and just watch everybody else work. I am going to go hit the streets, talk to people about my new business. I am going to take people off of the street and say, come in. I want you to see this new boutique or this new store that we just opened. I'm going to be passionate about my business, and I'm going to act like the CEO. I am going to work my personal business. And that's so much of an integral part of you being a leader. It's funny, I spent some time at home office with some people a couple weeks ago, and I think I told you guys this on the last live broadcast, but one of the girls said, you know what, I really wanted to get here, spend time with you, and find out that as an elite executive, you don't have to work your personal business anymore. And that's not the case. And I'm like, no, it's not the case. That's not the way our comp plan works. And I'm actually very happy about that, because if I wasn't working right now, if I didn't have to work my personal business, how relatable would I be to you? How relatable would I be to my team, telling people to do things I'm not willing to do myself? Work your personal business. Keep a full calendar. There is no way to get out of that. You are in a party plan company, so plan some parties. Okay? Work your personal business. Two more things. I want you to be positive. We talk about this a lot, but lately, especially, I just clicked off. Sorry. Apparently my network sucks right now. Hi, Miriam. Hi, Sarah. Apparently with this whole gorilla thing going on, the zoo, the 4-year-old, I don't know. I haven't even read the whole story, but oh my goodness, the amount of posts that are on Facebook. I get the passion behind, the animal. I get the passion behind the kid. I do, but remember that you're a business owner, and what you post on social media is going to impress upon your customers and your team in a positive or a negative light. It's okay to have opinions. I'm not saying don't have opinions, and I'm not saying don't post about them, but be careful how you handle yourself on social media. On top of that, I really want to talk about commiserating with your team and your downline. So let's say that I had a brick and mortar business, and for some reason my store was shipping out things and it was kind of going slowly. We had a little shipping issue. I'm probably not going to walk out on the street and go, oh my gosh, our shipping is horrible at this store. Come on in, check it out, but our shipping sucks. But so many times, and I'm sure it's none of you, but so many times I see people on social media commiserating with their customers or with their downline about issues in Jamberry. Yeah, sometimes we do have shipping issues. We do. That happens. We're all human. It happens. But commiserating with your customers does you no good. Why would you do that? You have got to be positive. You are branding yourself as Jamberry. Be positive about these things. When there is a shipping delay, spin it to the positive. They're nail wraps, people. They're not getting delayed for an insulin shipment. It's not that big of a deal. So be positive on Facebook and represent your company and your brand. This is your business. Work it like a business, right? All right. And then lastly, I talk about this all the time. You guys have heard it. You've seen all my vision videos, but I am so passionate about you guys having a vision that if you don't have a vision and you need help to find one, message me or message your upline team manager, upline executive, like whatever, whomever you need to contact. Christy said, I told my team it was Jamboree's way to make sure we are doing our follow-up. That's a good one. That is funny. So you got, what was I talking about? Oh, vision. So if you guys don't have a vision, can you please come to me and let me know? Vision is what's going to keep you on track, and it's what's going to keep your team on track. Where do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself in a year, in 5 years? Commit to some really big idea of what you and your team can accomplish. And I could go on and on and on about this, so I should probably save this for another video. I'm already 25 minutes in, but vision is so important to you and your team and where you guys are going. People need to know that you know where you're going. My vision right now, and it has been for probably the last year and a half, is for us to be a $100 million team. We have hit $120 million in sales over the last 3 years, I guess, since the new comp plan. But I want to be a $100 million team where we do $10 million a month. We're not there yet, but we will be. And that's my vision. And my goal is to instill in my leaders that vision so they know how they fit into that picture. So that's just a little blurb, a little commercial on vision, but we definitely need to be talking more about that. If you guys want to hear more about that, I can do a live broadcast just on vision. But guys, all of this to say that this is your business. You invested in it. You're here. You're being tenacious. Whatever your goals are, expect excellence out of yourself. Expect excellence out of your team. You guys can do it. I see people do it every day. All of the re-rankings that we just saw in May that's one show of how you guys are making it. Those who have promoted in May, that's another showing of how this is working. You guys have an awesome opportunity. Don't give it up. Don't squash what you could be doing because you are afraid of failure or you're afraid of success. Whatever it is, you guys expect excellence from yourself and your team and work your business as a business.